as we speak. If that's not good news, I don't know what is. Curlin and Stephen are lying in wait to present for you the news.
Your golden years with a Sagicor Lifestyle Approved Retirement Scheme. The time by Sagicor Life is
7 o'clock.
All right, guys, the news is in. You are loving MTM on CVM.
And for those who don't know, we are the Mitchells. I'm Wayne.
And I'm Tammy.
And you can come along with us on our journey every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Right here, you can see it happening on CVM TV.
Yeah, MTM man, CVM man.
See it happen, man. CVM man, MTM man, CVM man. See it happen, man. CVM man.
I'm Celine Gordon, host of Holy Road.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your boy John Mark Wigan, host on the show Holy Road. Listen, people need to know what's happening in the churches and in ministry in all of Jamaica. It's an absolute blessing. We're really excited to share this.
Tune in to CVM, see it happen.
What's your story? What's your sign? Dreamers, don't care what other people say. We're doing this in our own way. We come alive. We come alive. We come alive. We're doing this in our own way. We come alive.
CVM News at 7 Wednesday headlines, courtesy of Heart NSDA Trust, Jamaica's Human Development Agency.
At 7, Energy Minister appeals for global aid post-Beryl. $700 million lifeline to storm-hit agriculture workers, and a former NESAL official forfeits over $40 million.
Also this evening, pensioners to have a say in policy making. In the business report, increase in unemployment rate. And in sports, JFF closing in on new head coach. From Kingston, Jamaica, this is CVM News at 7. I'm Stephen McHugh.
And I'm Curlin Brown. It's Wednesday, July 17, 2024. Thanks so much as usual for joining us. We begin with the latest on the extensive damage to JPS infrastructure caused by Hurricane Beryl.
Now, Energy Minister Daryl Vaz has confirmed that significant impact and that their efforts to restore electricity across the island may require international assistance. Ramon Gordon has the details.
The verdict is in on damage to JPS infrastructure following the passage of Hurricane Beryl. Energy Minister Daryl Vaz says it's significant.
Can they afford to fix it? And the answer to that is yes.
The utility provider had previously set an August 5 deadline to complete cross-island electricity restoration. However, that effort may require foreign intervention.
I had a discussion on Monday morning at 9 o'clock with the JPS management team, where I insisted that the time had come for external assistance. I can confirm that Belize and Suriname have agreed to send persons, and also Trinidad and Guyana.
The Energy Minister says he spoke with the Foreign Affairs Ministry early Wednesday, urging its Portfolio Minister, Kamina Johnson-Smith, to reach out to other allies.
The time has come for external assistance so that whatever is outstanding can be done in the shortest possible time.
Meanwhile, all major hospitals have had their power restored. Additionally, more water pumping stations are now operational, signaling a possible return to normalcy for some residents.
For those that are still having issues based on the geographic locations, instructions have been given to the Water Commission to rent generators to get those up until such time as JPS can catch up.
51% of residents in hard-hit St. Elizabeth are back on the power grid, with more expected to come online in the coming days. Despite that update, the minister expects at least 27,000 Jamaicans to remain in darkness up to Friday.
I want to just ask and plead with the country for patience. I represent a rural constituency, so I'm not only getting it second-hand from all of my colleagues in Parliament and the communities that reach out to me, but I'm getting it first-hand based on the fact that I am on top of what is happening in Portland, and they too are suffering. But we are resilient.
Ramon Gordon for CVM News.
And the government is committing millions to help farmers and fishers affected by Beryl. Agriculture Minister Floyd Green shared that update at Wednesday's post-cabinet briefing. Our reporter Ramon Gordon has additional details.
The government says it's committed to recovery. That's why it's earmarked $700 million to aid farmers and fishers devastated by Hurricane Beryl.
$210 million will be focused on our crop lines, $90 million towards our vegetable lines. Banana and plantain will get support directly for about $40 million, and $80 million will be distributed across other crops, including yam and our coffee farmers.
About $60 million will go to livestock farmers and another $26 million to infrastructure.
We will also be channeling $150 million through our members of parliament. That will be prorated based on the level of damage in the constituency. The allocations should be utilized over the next 4 weeks and will go through a verification process to ensure that those who benefit would have in fact suffered damage through Hurricane Beryl.
The initial funding will address urgent needs by channeling resources through key agencies like RADA, NIC, AIC, and JAS.
We have established a Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining Hurricane Beryl Response and Recovery Task Force to coordinate the relief efforts. That's headed by Director Michael Price. What we've done is bring together all our agencies and also the JAS, and we're working also with the private sector to ensure that we do not have duplication of effort.
Meanwhile, the CVM TV news team has been speaking with the farmers following the passage of Hurricane Beryl, some of whom have warned to brace for price increases. Minister Green says the island will soon have a clearer picture of any deficits in supply.
Over the last week, this week, we will get a fair idea of where we are in terms of fall-offs in supply. As we get this picture and as we concretize this picture, we will move to have some supplemental supply.
Ramon Gordon for CVM News.
And the Agriculture Ministry is also collaborating with the Labour Minister to assist farmers who have suffered significant damage to their homes.
Our farmers can't get back going if they still have to be focused on rebuilding their houses. We've asked our RADA and fisheries team, where they are out in the field and they come across a farmer or a fisher who has suffered a major or a complete loss, to compile a list so that we can pass that to the Ministry of Labour and Social Security so that they can be made a priority.
Hurricane Beryl has also compelled the government to reconsider the annual staging of the Denby Agricultural, Industrial and Food Show set for later this year. Minister Green says his ministry intends to take a different approach.
And what we want to do this year is to have a one-day show that will focus on our farmers, will focus on resilience and rebuilding. We'll do a combination of things like seminars about disaster preparedness, about disaster recovery, and also offer various discounts, incentives that our farmers can benefit from. We will also establish a window where those farmers who have not yet received assistance, who've been damaged, will be able to come give that information so that we can channel some support to them.
Now, after the heavy rains which pelted the island 2 weeks ago, water has settled on the land in some areas. This includes a section of the Falmouth market that's covered with stagnant water filled with rubbish. Trishagaye Kelly has that report.
What you're seeing on screen is just a depiction of the sight and smell vendors and their customers at the Falmouth market in Trelawney are battling with. But the facility that should only contain garbage from the market now also has water, the reason vendors are concerned. The Trelawney Municipal Corporation partnered with the National Solid Waste Management Authority NSWMA to clean the space. But NSWMA Executive Director Audley Gordon explains that cleaning of the facility is a more sensitive task than many realize.
You wouldn't go in that go work. No pressman here would go in that go work. And it's the same breath, no sanitation worker will be asked to go in that to work. We have to use equipment. Now what that tells you is that we will have to hire a piece of equipment every time we come to clean. What if we have a difficulty getting a piece of equipment? It means we can't clean.
And because of this, he's suggesting a short-term solution until more can be done.
Get loads of mall, full out the area so that they don't have the garbage contending with that kind of water. If you do that, then we'll be able to access it with humans. Outside of that, we have to use equipment like we see happening here this morning.
Though the temporary fix is needed, Falmouth Mayor Colin Gager proposes a more long-term solution.
We will be removing the site from this location, putting it at the other end where you have the exit, because it's really at the entrance when you come in.
Though the facility will be relocated, the mayor says enhancements will be made to the current space.
We have made the arrangement so that the skips we can get some new skips, and we'll also be repairing the older skip. We'll be working on this site, and as soon as, because of the rain, why all the water is there now. But I can tell you, we'll be working on it. We have called the Sue, and I guess she's here now. She'll be making arrangement for the water to run into the drain that is behind the wall.
The main issue with garbage collection at the facility is that the storage equipment is not completely fit for purpose. The NSWMA, however, will be replacing the trio of skips at the location, which will be taken in for repairs. Trishagaye Kelly, CVM News.
And we've got lots more to come here on CVM News at 7. Stay with us.
Headlines courtesy of Heart NSDA Trust, Jamaica's Human Development Agency.
At Sagicor Bank, we know that feeling.
When you finally find a place
that has your name written all over it, where you can settle down and turn it into a home. So we designed a mortgage with everything you need to own your home faster and easier.
Including a $2 million line of credit I'm using to go solar.
Put down roots with a mortgage from Sagicor Bank.
Harry, how was school?
It was really good, but I'm really hungry. Can we get some juicy patties?
Sure we can. I never see a boil up patty like you.
Son, you good?
No, Dad, I'm starving. Can we get some juicy patties?
Celebrating over 40 years of everyday moments.
It's the Quartz Appliance event. Cook it, chill it, wash it, get it at Quartz. Cook it on a stove starting at $35,999. Chill it in a fridge starting at $76,999. Wash it in a washer starting at $140,999. Or prep it with a small appliance up to 50% off. Plus, free gifts with select major appliance purchases. Get it now and pay later. It's the Quartz Appliance event. Quartz, bringing value home. Offers end July 31. Conditions apply.
CVM News at 7 Wednesday, courtesy of
elife.sagicorjamaica.com.
Welcome back. Now, business owners are happy to see a broken seawall being rebuilt. The broken wall has been a significant concern for locals and vendors. Here's Adrian Williams with more.
From this to this, Negril residents and business owners have more to add to their joys as a seawall that was destroyed is being rebuilt. Work commenced but was halted due to Hurricane Beryl. Head of the Negril Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Elaine Allen Bradley, has been vocal about this long-standing issue for years. She says she's elated to see the developments.
I am very, very happy because don't forget, it's not just the seaweed storm the other day that we got, that it happened. 4 years ago, it was broken away and the promises were there, and yet nothing happened until the Prime Minister came down, and when I pinpointed him there, he said work will start.
Chairman for the Negril Destination Assurance Council, Richard Wallace, tells us what caused the issue to stretch over 4 years.
What caused the delay up to this point was, firstly, before the road could have been repaired, the NWC wanted to put new pipes in underground so that after the road was fixed, they wouldn't have to dig it up again.
He added that the recent hurricane stalled the pipeline work, which he's glad can now continue so business can boom again with the seawall and road repaired. Business owner Jad Green wants the work to be finished soon so his business can build back to where it used to be.
But what I think they are doing now is a very good job, and I appreciate what is going on, and I hope that it will finish soon.
Contractors from JNL Construction and Equipment are happy to be on the road to repair the broken seawall.
We are making sure that the rain don't destroy the hill. So we are all right.
Adrian Williams for CVM News.
And as the country continues to assess the damage done by Hurricane Beryl, it seems no institution, whether educational or otherwise, was spared. The Westwood High School joins the long line of those affected. Britannia Witter has more in this CVM News follow-up.
Westwood High School, restored town all-girls school, has suffered at the hands of several disasters. From a fire in 2017 and another in 2023, and now a battering from the passage of Hurricane Beryl, the Trelawney-based institution has experienced it all. Despite this, the principal of the 142-year-old institution, Karen Francis, remains optimistic.
Well, we remain hopeful despite all the challenges. We believe that we can rise from the ashes like the phoenix.
She says 734 students are currently enrolled at the institution, with an additional 200 more expected to join for the new school year in September. Despite sharing that many areas of the school were badly damaged by the hurricane, preparations to welcome the new cohort as seamlessly as possible are advancing.
Well, Hurricane Beryl affected the biology lab, so we have lost the roof. We also use that for a classroom. We have lost sheets of zinc from the auditorium, which is our main holding area for our students. We lost parts of our main building in terms of the railings and the technical drawing room. We lost sheets of zinc there, and so the room is compromised. We are anticipating that our stakeholders will assist us greatly. We tendered our pictures and our information to the Ministry of Education. Our old girls are aware, and our parents have been deciding, or they are in the process of assisting us with the damages experienced here. So I am hopeful that classes will not be affected, because in the long run, the students are who matter.
Filled with gratitude, Francis says it could have been worse.
We believe that all is not lost. And so we are very grateful. Though we have been affected by Beryl, we are grateful that we are not as bad as other institutions.
Other historic institutions affected by the Category 4 hurricane include 286-year-old Manning School in Westmoreland and the 108-year-old all-boys school, Monroe College in St. Elizabeth. Britannia Witter, CVM News.
Following the Court of Appeals ruling in the Virgo versus Kensington case, in which a 5-year-old student with locked hair was barred from school, authorities are making their voices heard. The ruling stated that the school had breached the student's constitutional rights. President of the Independent Schools Association, Tamar McKenzie, labels the ruling as significant.
The fact that the Court of Appeal judges would have indicated that the matter is not about religious rights and freedoms, which I think a lot of misunderstandings surrounded this case, but it was actually with self-expression. We will now have to look at the extent that this will apply to, and how will we manage dress and grooming policies, not just for the children coming up in the new school year, but what will this look like for the educators leading the charge? Because as I was sharing before, we can't have one set of rules that apply to the children and another set of rules that apply to the teachers or the school leaders. So what will be the best practice that we're going to now implement, and what will be the bandwidth or the flexibilities that principals who are on the ground can employ based on their respective context?
This update now. Lawrence Pommels, the former senior official at National Energy Solutions Limited, NESOL, who was sentenced to 9 months imprisonment after pleading guilty to 2 counts of corruption and 6 counts of possession of criminal property, will now have to forfeit assets valued in excess of $40 million. The forfeiture includes cash totaling $36.3 million Jamaican dollars and US $4,800, just over $3 million held in a savings account with a local commercial bank, and just under $1 million Jamaican dollars in cash held in a local credit union, in addition to 3 motor vehicles, a 2009 Honda Accord, a 2014 Audi Q7, and a 2016 BMW X6. The FID's Principal Director of Investigations, Keith Darian, commented on the case, which began in 2018, and revealed verbal contracts worth over $60 million were issued to associates of Pommels, as well as a connected company, without following proper procurement processes. Subsequent investigations by the Public Administration and Appropriations Committee, the PAAC of Parliament, exposed additional issues, including improper appointments and unauthorized outsourcing of projects without written contracts.
The goal of a corrupt public servant is to enrich himself of taxpayers' money to the detriment of the country. The FID and the Constabulary Financial Unit worked hard in this case to investigate and forfeit the ill-gotten gains of Lawrence Pommels, and today proudly return cash of $40 million and other valuable assets to the government coffers. This major achievement demonstrates FID's commitment to hold financial crime perpetrators accountable and mitigate the possible damage they inflict on the public sector.
Stay with us. Our business segment is up right after this.
In golden years that shine bright, and nutrition plays a vital role in keeping our seniors healthy and happy. Studies have shown that in Jamaica, nearly 35% of men 65 years and older and 10% of women the same age are underweight. As we journey through life, nutrition remains essential. But as we age, it becomes even more crucial. Many older adults face nutritional challenges, and inadequate nutrition with the management of non-communicable diseases contributes to or worsens their well-being.
If older persons are losing weight rapidly or have loss of appetite or difficulty swallowing, please take them to a doctor or the nearest health center. Let's help our seniors stay happy and healthy with good nutrition.
This is a message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
The best Burger King with the best tasting burger under the sun. You deserve the best. You are number one. Best. Flame grilling, juicy whopper, 'cause you deserve it. Yeah, next level, awesome. That's how we serve it. Mama menu done your way. The taste rules every day. Flame grilled goodness, you deserve it. Great taste, well done. More flavor, fresh fun. Burger King, best tasting burger under the sun.
See it? Want it? Get it! At Coors, with up to 30% off furniture and electronics. Get a free soundbar with the purchase of a 75-inch TCL Smart TV. Purchase a Blair Lounge set on credit and get a free Samsung Smart TV. Enjoy the games with Smart TVs starting at $22,999, lounge pieces starting at $25,499, and Apple iPhones